Happy Tuesday, and welcome to the Ram Ashram Satsang practice session, where you'll learn a modern Satsang method for obtaining peace, light, and love in your life. My name is Eddie, and I'll be introducing the facilitator for today's event. But first, I'd like to give you a brief overview of this Satsang session. If you'll direct your attention towards your screen, you'll see the first element is Satsang. Satsang is a scientific method whereby we may obtain peace, light, and love in our life. It requires no physical skill, spiritual accomplishment, or meditation experience to begin this practice. Satsang consists of two words, Sat and Sang. Sat means positive energy, and Sang means to be with or to be in the presence of. Therefore, the word Satsang means to be in the presence of positive energy. The next element is meditation. Meditation is an important part of Satsang. When we meditate, we withdraw consciousness from worldly objects and direct it inwards to focus on a single thought. In doing so, our minds become calm and our thoughts become pure, thereby allowing us to obtain higher states of consciousness, such as enlightenment, peace, light, and love. Inner orientation. There are two types of satsang, Inner satsang and outer satsang. An example of outer satsang would be chanting or attending pilgrimages. When we practice outer satsang, we have the potential to change our behavior. But only through the practice of inner satsang can we obtain higher states of consciousness, such as enlightenment, peace, light, and love. The satsang that you will learn today is an inner satsang where we meditate in silence. Group session. These practice sessions are structured for group participation. When we meditate as a group, our focus is improved and our personal progress along our spiritual path is expedited. By regularly attending these practice sessions, the benefits of group participation are amplified. Joy and inner happiness. All beings wish to experience joy. Joy is the eternal longing of the soul, but only through the practice of inner satsang can we obtain a joyous state. Each time we practice satsang, our inner happiness gradually increases, ultimately culminating in a state of joy, which we experience 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The agenda for today consists of 3 sessions: the informative session, the practice session, and the interactive session. During the informative session, a lecture will be given about a satsang topic, the founder, or some relevant spiritual topic. During the practice session, you'll receive instructions on how to meditate, followed by a period of practice. During the interactive session, you have the opportunity to ask questions, or there'll be a panel discussion. And now, I'd like to introduce the facilitator for today's event. He has over 40 years of satsang experience. He's the grandson of Guru Maharaj, the founder of Ramashram Satsang. He was born into a satsang family where he experienced his family members obtain states of enlightenment and lead lives of peace, light, and love. At an early age, he began traveling with the mission throughout India, facilitating satsangs. And during that time, he witnessed the positive effects that satsang could have on mankind. And upon arriving to the United States, both he and his wife continued to facilitate satsangs for local satsangees. He has led teams of satsang members in translating important satsang literature into English and has worked tirelessly to make satsang more accessible to Western and English-speaking audiences. He currently travels throughout the United States, India, and England, facilitating satsangs while maintaining his duties as a husband, a father, and an IT executive. Today, he will teach us a rare and ancient form of satsang as taught by Guru Maharaj. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Sanjeev Kumarji.
So happy Tuesday, everyone. I'm glad that we are here in Satsang. I'm actually looking forward to next weekend where we will be celebrating Guru Purnima with 5 sessions. So the Saturday session will be in the middle there. So we'll have the English session and rest will be the traditional ones. Really excited. I think we should do English in-person weekend also. So we'd be thinking about that. I have the course almost ready now. So we'll introduce a 5-week online course, which will probably help a more structured understanding and like in 5 weeks kind of understand all the concepts that you need to get to. But given the weekend activities, I'm actually behind on a few, so I'll leave the post meditation session to everyone, Eddie, Rich, and AC, and Jeff, and others, Omkar, Rajat. I think we can start the session. I'll look forward to seeing you all Saturday, but I will probably have to scoot out during meditation at some point. I saw, so I'm not going to talk elaborately about anything, but just one thing that I saw multiple times while I was coming back and forth around my house. There is a church, and it has like the thought of the day type of thing, and it said something like, how could you be, loving God without loving, you know, uh, all your brothers. So it's almost like, if you hate even a fraction or some people, um, then you couldn't be actually loving God. And that's the thought for today. I mean, in satsang, and the universal love comes from. So first you um, get yourself devoted to one, and because the one that you connect to is connected to everyone else, you get connected through that proxy to everyone. And that's the process of evolution of this pure, unconditional, uh, you know, uh, love that is uh, selfless and universal, in the sense that that's where we need to reach. And there are many, 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 many paths to it. One of them is what we are here for. So let's get into it. Uh, Eyes lightly closed. Sit in a relaxed posture, because every time the body moves, the sensory input comes in through the eyes. In other ways, it's distracting. So eyes lightly closed, relaxed, and uh, you know, still posture, and think of this transcendental energy in form of light that's right here, right now, and it's in form of light. That light is entering our heart, enlightening it, then distributing throughout our body, and we are getting completely and totally immersed in that light. Mind wanders away, bring it back to this thought and this thought alone, that this transcendental energy in form of light is right here, right now, and it's entering your heart, distributing throughout your body, and you are becoming one with this light. You're getting completely, totally immersed in it. Mind wanders away, just bring it back to this thought. We'll start with music. Music fades away, and we, continue the meditation, deep, silent meditation of this transcendental light, and then we transition out to music. Let's start.
Okay, good day, everyone. At this time, we're going to open up the session for questions. And if you would like to share any experiences, you may do so at this time. Generally, anyone can ask a question at this point, and we'll have anyone who feels so inclined may provide an answer or further the discussion.
Yes.
Hi, everyone. This is Paula, Jeffrey's mom. I have a question. I've been struggling. I have great meditation sessions at night. And then when I'm at work or when I'm especially driving, it takes the littlest thing to bring back the anger and the rage. And I want to know what everyone does. Like when you feel that happen, I have an older son who at the moment is pushing my buttons, and my husband's identified he's pushing my buttons. I don't know how to recapture the feeling that I have when I'm here, when those moments of tension flare up. What techniques can you use in that moment?
The thing is not to allow yourself to get in such a state, to avoid it. And one of the most effective techniques that I was taught some while ago, because if you keep practicing this method, you obviously get to that point. Let me explain it this way. These habits that we have are part of our personality. So when we get triggered by these external stimuli, those thoughts arise in us and then they invoke emotions. And then once we get in that emotional state, it's very hard to bring ourselves out of it. So, by not getting to that state is the best thing possible. Continually practicing this system, it will cleanse out those things which we call samskara, those deep buried habits that we have. And so when those same stimuli occur, those thoughts won't come up. They won't trigger your emotions and you won't get in such a state. That takes time. But someone had told me once that you just don't allow yourself to get in that state. You just say, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to get in that state, and just stop it. Just stop. Don't get angry. Just don't. Just stop. And it's kind of that simple. I practice it, and it actually does work. You you have many opportunities to do that, but that's certainly one of the ways. So the key thing is not to get in that state. Over time, you won't experience the same reaction that you have now.
Thanks, Eddie. That's great. That's super helpful. Thank you.
Also, it's about controlling your perception, pushing your buttons. If a person observes that certain behaviors that they can engage in pushes your buttons, they're going to keep engaging in those behaviors. You have to look at those same behaviors and find a way to ignore those behaviors or reinterpret them in such a way that you don't have the same type of emotional response to it. Because external things can't be changed, but how you perceive it can. So when you're looking at this so-called pushing your buttons, look at it in a different way, that this person, for whatever reason, needs your attention. And try to look and see, okay, well, what is this person missing that they need my attention? Your oldest son, somewhere he feels like something is missing from his mother. So ask him what's missing. And then these buttons don't get pushed, because the way you're perceiving it is going to be different.
Well, that was very insightful. Thank you. I appreciate that. And there's a lot of truth to that.
And another way of saying that is we talked about the 5 levels, right? The realm of the world, the realm of life, and then the realm of mind, the realm of intellect or wisdom, and then the realm of, the realm of love. So basically, what she was saying was that another way of looking at that is, when you say another way of looking at that, basically what you're doing is you're allowing yourself to raise your consciousness out of the realm of the world to that of the realm of the mind, or even higher, to the realm of wisdom. And when you do that, you take control over your emotions, because basically your emotions are limited at the realm of life. So if you can raise your consciousness anywhere above that, you won't experience the anger. And so when you say, I'm going to look at this in a different way, what you're allowing yourself to do is maybe bring in compassion or other kinds of wisdom and understanding. You allow yourself to raise your consciousness to the realm of the mind or the realm of the intellect, and then you won't experience those things anymore. So that's really what it's all about. If you can maintain yourself in the state of the realm of, the higher states of the realm of the mind or in the realm of the intellect, you won't experience these emotional reactions. You just won't, because they don't exist in those levels. It's only when your consciousness comes down to the, parts of the realm of the mind, but specifically to the realm of the world and the realm of life, that you experience these things called anger, these negative emotions. So that's really, what it's about. And if you can do that, by looking at it in another way, that's great. If you can do that by, through the practice of this system, knowing what that state feels like, and then being able to enter it within a second, then you can do that as well. And so it's sort of we do a visualization that Guru Maharaj actually wrote about, and that was let it roll off your back. And so when you do that, again, you're raising your consciousness to a much higher level so that you're not affected. So, he gave this visualization of where you let it basically, like water, roll off of your back. So it doesn't get inside you and cause you to react, because once you do, you're sort of caught up in the web of emotional reactions. But yeah, that's essentially what it's all about. Through this practice, I tell you, you will, Sanjiji has talked about it many times, that he's seen people, through the practice of this system, achieve those high states of consciousness where they walked around in a constant state of peace and bliss and happiness. So it's something that we all can achieve. This is a very fast system for doing it. So it's like we always say, practice, 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 and you'll certainly get there. Okay. Are there any other questions, or anyone want to share anything else? If not, then we'll wrap up for the evening. Okay, thank you everyone for coming, and please don't forget about Guru Purnima this weekend. If you can attend the English session, that would be great. It always has a positive outcome and a positive effect on us. So hopefully we'll see you this weekend, and have a great week, everyone. Thank you for being here.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Good night, everyone.